Hey, what is up guys, MKBHD here, and this is what is on my Android phone right now, or what is on my Nexus 6. And this is inspired by a post recently from Google Plus and Twitter and Facebook, basically, where I posted this, just talking about Lollipop in general. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about what's on my phone. It's been a while since I did one of these. So it's the back to school season, last one for me, last semester. So a lot of the apps you'll see here are school inspired and they're here for school reasons, but that's basically as much explanation as I have. Now this is, yes, the 64 gig white Nexus 6, and I guess if you want to talk about what's on my phone, this is a skin, a D-brand skin. I'll have a link in the description below if you want to check out this exact one. And I don't always carry this as my daily phone. In fact, if you saw me at CES, my daily phone was the One 1 for the battery life, but now that I'm here at school, I can mind the shorter battery life for the Nexus 6 and just pop it on the turbocharger in between classes. This is my setup, and you'll notice the setup I have is usually pretty simple, and this is because I switch phones pretty often during the course of the year, and so when I do, I want it to be easy to move in between phones and set up the next phone. So I usually don't have a whole ton of widgets and stuff on my home screens. It's just about setting up the apps. So I'm using the Google Experience Launcher, as I usually do with most of my phones, and these are the apps I have on my main home screen. So on the bottom in the dock, I guess those are your most telling, most important apps. The phone, Hangouts is what I use for SMS, the camera, the Google camera, I like taking photospheres with that, so that's why I have that there, and Phoenix, that's my Twitter app. A lot of people ask me all the time, is it worth the price? I think it's a couple dollars in the Play Store for this app, and a lot of people are hesitant to spend that much, but I use it every day, so it seems like it is worth it. I'm getting my money's worth out of this app. It's got a material design update coming soon. It's already pretty good looking, so that's an app I use all the time. Google Tasks, I'll have a link to as many of these as I can below in the description if they aren't like name recognizable. Keep, Spotify, my little Google folder here has Maps, Google+, YouTube, and Inbox. I switch back and forth between Inbox and Gmail a lot, but there you go. And then the Play Store. And then I have this widget up here. This I actually hadn't used for a while, but it's the MKBHD clock widget. You actually need to have Zuper widget installed. So once you install Zuper Widget Pro, and then you can find the link below to the MKBHD clock. It's pretty neat. It's a little bow tie logo, and that's what that is. So people were asking about that. I can actually tap on it and get to my clock, so that's cool too. So that's the widget I have, and then the Google stuff to the left. To the right is the second most used group of apps I have. So the YouTube Studio app, SoundHound for identifying songs. Aftership is a new one. I was using Package Buddy before, but I found that this is much cleaner and much better looking for tracking packages. So I switched to using this one, and I've liked it a lot. VSCO Cam for editing photos, Uber, Instagram's getting pretty good. Snapchat, oh god, Snapchat. I've actually started using Snapchat more nowadays, and I don't really know what I'm doing with Snapchat, but if you want to follow my story, it's MKBHD, and you can find the stuff there. Next up is SoundHound, and I use that for listening to music pretty often. I guess second in frequency to Spotify, but SoundHound is pretty neat, and it's actually a really good looking app. So if you happen to find some cool sounds you like I have on SoundHound, and you start to play them, of course I want to turn the volume down, you can see you can drag along this pretty cool user interface to get to the spot in the song you want, this up and down vertical stuff. It's very well organized. Interesting looking notification here, but I think that'll look better in the future. So I like SoundCloud. And then there's the Philips Hue app, which I use to control some of the Philips Hue lights I have in this room. So if I want to turn all the lights off, I can do that. If I want to turn them all back on, I can do that too. There you saw them all just turn off. And then I'll go back to the blue that I had on before, so they all turn back on. I don't know if you can see that in the background. Pretty cool. And then Reddit News for Reddit. And then right over to the right is my Google Calendar. Basically, this is the app or widget that I use. It's called the Today Calendar widget, and that just lets me see an agenda view of all the stuff in my calendar. As you can see, it's just basically a bunch of classes now and practice. So that's what I'm using, and I can tap up here to get to Google Calendar. But that's what it looks like, and that is the simple way of showing my home screen. I like the YouTube Studio app. I use that a lot more now. Again, in the most used apps, I like Aftership. That's been something I've discovered recently that I like a lot now. Not a lot of games on my phone, you've probably noticed. Just a whole bunch of utility and fun school-like stuff. So that's why I have a bunch of these apps here. But hey, if you have any questions, I'll be hanging out in the comment section below, just talking about the apps and whatever Android 5.0 stuff you want to talk about on Lollipop. So there you go. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a thumbs up below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.